Okay. Yeah, do enjoy the presentation. A little smiley face for us. So, turn 1, going to land in position of IOK. My heart. My boy Alex. I know, right? He's going to get it here. So, we see a hand. I think it's a Stringerroot Geist. I think, those are dry.
Those are Aspect of the Hydras.
Aspect of the Hydras. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these cards before, and then I think that was a Treetop Village as well. Yeah, turn 1 Treetop Village.
This is another one of those aggressive creature versus black-green mid-range matchups like we saw last round. Given how good Alexander is at this Abzan archetype, which he always plays, and how favorite I believe his deck is in the matchup, I would say this is about 85% Alexander.
Correct. What is this? Avatar of Might, I believe it is?
Avatar of the Resolute.
Resolute.
Yeah.
There it is. So again, just another value mono green creature. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Nykthos here either, too, just to kind of go big. I don't know if he's going to go that over the top or if it's just, just straight mono green.
Right.
Because, we were given, that 3-drop 5/4 Steel Leaf Champion?
Yeah, that
he's, I think super bonkers.
Speaking of,
oh,
I do believe he has one in hand. He chose not to play it. He played Baloth. It's the 3-mana Baloth. I can't remember the name of it. It's a 3-mana 4/5 Leatherback Baloth, maybe.
I will try and fact check that.
It's 3 solid green.
Yeah, just a 4/5 3-drop. Yeah, you are correct.
I believe that's Leatherback. Yeah, this mono green Stompy deck. Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Mono green Stompy deck. It's a really cool deck. It does not want to play against this Abzan deck with a lot of just 1-for-1 spot removal and value creatures.
No, correct. I mean, if he gets to a spot where he can start, playing multiple creatures in a turn and maybe start overwhelming Alexander, I think he might get to a good point. But if he's just going to play this 1-for-1 game, I think Alex is going to outvalue him, especially with his Tile Checker going to start ticking up here.
Yeah, he's got 2 clues already made off of it. He's got a Lingering Souls in hand, which feels like a very good card in this matchup, really letting him control the damage race.
No, exactly. I don't think...
Oh, and look at this. He's already getting aggressive with him.
He's getting super aggressive. Well, I mean, he can crack both clues and trade with the 4/5 if he wants to.
He only needs to crack... Honestly, he only needs to crack 1 if he takes it, if he blocks him, which would allow him to play another spell, which is why he just took the 3. That's a really heads-up attack there by Alexander.
Well, no, he either forces a trade there and draws 2 cards, or, he can just set up for this if he wants to.
Yep.
So just play a nice long game. And again, that's what Abzan wants to do. So we're going to follow up here with another...
That is Steel Leaf Champion.
Yep, like I was talking about earlier. That one's going to be a bit of an issue, though, because he can't block that with his Spirit tokens, right?
They go back there. He blocked the Leatherback Baloth. That's right.
No, but I'm saying
he
now.
cannot block the spirits. You're correct.
Right, so that's going to be a bit of an issue, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. Steel Leaf Champion is a problem for him if he cannot answer it, but Alexander's deck is flush with spot removal.
Right, I mean, granted, I don't think it's going to be an issue for him for a while, but if it does, if it is, he could run away with that, run away with the game.
Well, the Tireless Tracker can also trade with it easily.
No, correct, but I think he's just going to keep going wide here, play more spirits. Don't even, when we start to see flashed it back again, just keep going wider or just kind of feign a removal spell here.
He only has 1 card in hand. It's an Overgrown Tomb, I believe.
Correct.
Yep.
I like this.
Yeah, I like being able to hold up the ability to trade with this Steel Leaf Champion. And then also draw a card.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just feint that. Oh, thanks for showing us your hand. Much appreciated. So I like this now getting aggressive because, again, the Steel Leaf Champion, if he's going to block, he's going to have to trade off.
Which I think Alexander's happy to do.
Correct. He's getting value. He can still draw cards, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue is that Treetop Village does have Trample. So,
it's a problem right now, but I still really like where Alexander's at. He's got 2 flashbackable Lingering Souls in the yard, which is basically 2 more cards, and then he's got 3 clues in play, which basically is 3 more cards over the next couple of turns. So he's got these 2 Aspect of the Hydras that we knew about, which represent a lot of damage.
Does it give it Trample, or it just makes it huge?
It just makes it huge, which he's basically using it as a removal spell and to save the Steel Leaf Champion, which, again, Alexander's fine with that
trade,
which is
I
believe.
Good play here. That's why I think he held up for the
Having
clue.
said that, he is under the gun, though. Mike here is presenting a very big clock, so he does have to find removal now.
And now that Steel Leaf Champion is essentially unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
unless he can find something like you said.
correct. I mean, he
Like
can
I
still
said.
draw 2 cards here and still, potentially find a path. I see a white card in his hand.
I think that's another Lingering Souls.
correct. I think it's the promo version that he's been playing.
Yeah.
So
And he's shuffling a little too quick for me to catch that other card.
correct. I mean, and the other thing too
Might
is
have
that
been a Collective Brutality.
the Lingering Souls 2 are kind of terrible chump blockers because he can only block the 4/5 efficiently, whereas the Treetop Village does have trample. So
And
he's
he
gonna
draws
be getting
another
for
land
Ginger.
here. He's flooding out quite badly here.
I mean, I think he's got to crack.
Yeah,
another
that is a
clue.
Collective Brutality.
Brutality okay here. I mean,
It
he can
can't
at least
kill
gain
anything.
Life. At least gain 2 life, but that seems kind of inefficient.
That's very bad.
I don't know. Definitely crack his next clue here. Try and draw a removal spell.
I really would prefer to be on Alexander's side of the matchup, but if his deck's not going to cooperate, the green deck does present a very lethal clock.
Correct. I think this is going to be another matchup where you want to sideboard out a lot of your, Inquisitions and other targeted discard because you want to be just more efficient with killing all of his creatures. So, going to assume that he did the gain drain and then discard.
Yeah, he made him discard that other aspect of the Hydra.
Correct.
And we're going to see a flashback of the Lingering Souls here. So Alexander really just...
It's going to try and pad his life total a little bit with blockers here. Like I said, unfortunately, he can't block that 5/4. He can't block the 4/5, and he can't block the Treetop Village as well, unfortunately. I mean, he can, but, it's still going to trample over for 2, so still taking a bunch of damage here.
Yeah, I could see Alexander putting 3 spirits in front of a Treetop Village and then 1 in front of a Leatherback.
I'm just going to say, I think that's probably
and then there's another aspect of the Hydra.
Correct.
But for another 6 damage, I believe. Yeah.
Ooh. Alexander might just lose here.
I think
not in this spot, but... It's for
he did it before blockers. That's weird.
Well, he still can't block anyways. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, correct. Weird timing. It's like essentially devotion, correct?
He got overexcited, I believe.
Yeah.
It is equal to devotion, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, I mean, still getting plus 6. That is not something to scoff at. And if Alexander can't answer the Steely champion next turn, that's pretty much it.
And then the Leatherback bailout's huge, too, still. He's out of spirits. And there's another Treetop Village just hanging out.
Oh, okay. He thought Alex said no blocks. Okay. So it seems there's a discrepancy about blocks, but we're going to kind of back that up and fix that. So, and he didn't play the aspect of Hydra? I don't know why he just wouldn't snap that off here. And just kind of get him good and put him to 11. Or deal him 11. Interesting. Unless he's just
that seems like a very, get 1 mana, 6 damage seems pretty good.
Right, I mean, just snap it out, especially when he's tapped out. I mean, it seems like a very good opportunity missed there.
I think he might regret that, actually.
Correct. I mean...
that aspect of the Hydra doesn't get much better than that.
I mean,
Alexander still isn't drawing very well, though. That was a Noble Hierarchy. He has another copy of Lingering Souls in his hand. These cards really aren't doing much for him.
No, right, and especially with the Stompy deck, too, every point of damage counts.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Steel Leaf Champion's still essentially unblockable here. And
he would have been able to hit him for lethal this turn.
Correct. But, I mean, if he draws, another, 3 points of damage, or... it's plus 6 here. If he gets another plus 1, it's pretty much over.
He drew the 4th aspect of the Hydra.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, no, he just decided to cast it this turn.
Right, because it's just a kill either way. So, Alex, unfortunately, not able to get it done. Not able to have any removal spell for that unblockable creature. But let's move to sideboard and see what we have. So, 3 Prey Upon, 3 Dismember, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Pithing Needle, 2 Orbs of Warding, 1 Creeping Corrosion, and 2 Dampening Sphere or Mark Hamill side. What do you like here? Prey Upon is kind of decent. He can fight Tarmogoyfs.
Prey Upon's, honestly, it's not that good.
Like
Your targeted removal isn't the best in this matchup because a lot of what Alexander's creatures are doing is Lingering Souls.
Correct. Like I said, it's okay. Probably not worth it. Needle is decent if you want to name Liliana of the Veil. I'm not sure what Orbs of Warding is.
Orbs of Warding is a 4-mana artifact that gives you hexproof.
No, that's Witchbane Orb.
Oh, you're right about that.
I don't know what that one does. Let's find out. It's a 5-mana artifact. You have hexproof. If a creature would deal damage to you, prevent one of that damage.
Okay.
Okay, so probably more against burn, but that's a very interesting card to say the least. I do like that. I don't know if Witch Manor was better.
I could see, honestly, I could see him presenting the same 75.
Yeah.
Or maybe just bringing in the 2 Pithing Needles. That's it, though.
That's something I like. And probably just name Liliana the Veil here, or maybe try and go after one of his man lands, depending on what Alex presents. So moving on to Alex's sideboard, we have 3 Fulminator Mage, 1 Kalidius Trader of Geth, 3 Surgical Extractions, 2 Collective Brutality, 1 Damnation, 2 Nile Spellbomb, 1 Engineered Explosives, and 1 Stony Silence.
Well, there's 3 that are really standing out to me right away. It's the first one I'm seeing is Kalidius.
Yep.
He seems very good in this matchup, making blockers off of his opponent's destroyed creatures.
Correct.
Exiling them. All very good, gaining some life.
And just swarm him back with zombies.
Correct. Damnation.
Correct.
Another very good card in this matchup. Just wipe the board.
Just a nice catch-all and everything, and just wipe his board.
And then EE.
Correct.
Engineered Explosives,
I do like
think.
the EE.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't want to bring any of this in.
No, I mean, I like the EE especially, too, because most of the threats we saw in that previous game, were all 3 mana, and I think that there's a bunch of other 3 mana guys that are very efficient, so seems nice to just get it in there and sweep it. I like Kalidius because Kalidius can tango with a lot of the guys, especially if he has, removal to back it up, make zombies, and race back.
Right.
So,
And Kalidius, in a longer game, can also make himself very large.
Correct, and then just start eating up the vampire or the zombie tokens
Correct.
and everything. No, definitely, and just start swinging back really hard. I'm surprised that he's not playing more one of that card. I really do like that card a lot.
Well, you know what, man? What we were talking about earlier with that 15-card sideboard problem, you can't really afford to.
No, and I do like that discussion of potentially expanding the sideboards out to 20 cards.
I could get behind that.
But I think that is for another time.
So Alexander's going to be on a mulligan here. This isn't good for him.
No, definitely not. I mean, again, I think this comes down to another adage of, kill all the creatures. Granted, though, Mike's creatures are all really efficient, just really big. Again, there was a 4/5, a 5/4, just all really efficient big beaters.
Yep.
And if you can't kill those, like we saw last time, and Sylvia Champion was essentially unblockable, and he just died.
Yep. That's what the green deck will do.
Yep.
That's the one thing that it has going for it, is its creatures are more efficient combat-wise than anything else.
No, exactly. So we're going to see Alexander here start on the green-black land. And he actually kept in his... Oh, no. Starting off with Noble Hierarch. I'm surprised he would keep in any of his discard. But no, I do like this. He can now potentially ramp onto a turn 3 Liliana if he wanted to.
This is right where Mike wants to be. This is a new addition to this deck, too.
Is that the Evolve guy, right?
No, that is Pelt Collector.
Right. No, he has the Evolve when they enter and then when they die, right?
Okay, I guess you could call it Evolve, yes.
Yeah, just for layman terms.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that card's really cool.
Card's very good.
And especially with his deck, if he curves out, we can easily make that a 5/5. No problem.
No problem.
Because it's power or toughness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's power.
Just power. Still, easily make it a 5/5.
Turn 2 Grimflayer here from Alex. Pretty good.
Just a nice little curve out here. Was really hoping that he could potentially have a Liliana here on turn 2.
That would have been beautiful.
Yeah, to get rid of that Pelt Collector and then just kind of start ticking up and then just keep
Which card is that he's sitting on? That black card there.
Is that the Collective Brutality he kept in?
No, that's not a Collective Brutality.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it's a promo card. I'm not exactly sure.
It might be a Dismember.
Could be a Dismember. So play another Pelt Collector
I
here.
doubt it's a Dismember. I don't think he would attack for 1 there if he did.
No, I'm not exactly sure. Not a Bitter Blossom, is it?
Ooh, maybe.
I mean, that's pretty spicy.
Bitter Blossom seems really good in this matchup.
Correct. I mean, maybe we can get a confirmation from Dan Horgan.
It is a Dismember? Okay.
Dan Horgan, what's that foily black card? We need confirmation on that if it is a Dismember. So, we'll see here. But Alex is going to swing in for 2. No blocks.
And he's going to flay after fetch.
Ooh, flay. And then fetch here.
Well, he's fetching in response to the trigger.
Okay, very smart.
Yeah, just do that little bit of deck thinning.
Do a little bit of deck thinning, make sure
it's those little tiny edges that makes Alexander one of the best players that comes here, and why he's consistently on top with this deck.
Well, to make sure too that he doesn't mill, one of his colors. And, especially here just being very efficient. So here, top 3, I think I see a Maelstrom Pulse, another land. You can't tell what the other card is. Is that Scavenging Ooze?
If that's I doubt it. I don't think he'd play two different arts.
But I definitely saw Maelstrom Pulse, and it's really hot here.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like another Scavenging Ooze
I think
right here.
that he's going to untap and absolutely ruin his life with this Maelstrom Pulse, because I think I saw a third Pel Collector.
Yeah, no, so I definitely like here the adage of...
Oh, and look, check that out. I didn't even realize this. He boarded in the Relic of Progenitus. I guess they're decent enough. I don't know if I like bringing them in, though.
Yeah, I don't think I like them enough, to be honest.
A Fatal Push, too?
Fatal Push. Oh,
That's
okay.
brutal.
Yeah, he's setting up, but no, I definitely like here untapping here with the...
Oh, that's a fetch land, too. So, you know what he's going to be able to do?
You know, he's going to
be able to
here.
untap fetch, trigger the Revolt on that Fatal Push the Steel Leaf Champion, and then Maelstrom Pulse the other two.
And then he's going to tap the Noble Hierarch and eat one of them with the Scavenging Ooze and attack for 5.
Oh, man.
And the Dismember. Ooh. So now he just has
he's just doing it.
now he has an extra Fatal Push, and he's just going to get him here with the Maelstrom Pulse. He didn't take that Fatal... Oh, that was just an extra push in his hand. Oh, it was Dismember. Okay.
These promo cards are messing me up.
Yeah, correct. Well, there's that blowout with the Maelstrom
It's really not going to matter.
Yeah.
This game looks pretty on lock now.
Yep, and there's the counter, like I said. So hit here for 5.
So, this is something that we've been seeing a lot, and it kind of goes into standard play and modern play a lot in these matchups of aggro versus mid-range or control, where game 1, the aggro deck will tend to win 60-40, I would say, or even higher than that. But games 2 and 3, they're really pressured to steal 1.
No, correct. I mean, especially too, where Alex is able to slow down the game, bring it down to his level, and gain that junk rock advantage.
And we're gonna see here he's just gonna redraw with the relic.
Just kind of getting more, trying to find some sort of out here because he's under a lot of pressure. I mean, that Tyler Shacker was about to become a 4/4 there.
I really don't like bringing in the relic. It's good against the Abzan deck, but I think that the green Stompy deck does not want to dilute its game plan.
No, I think there are other decks that would want to bring it in, but the green Stompy deck in this situation, I think, just wants to be as aggressive as possible.
I think that you're bringing in relic against like Dredge.
Correct. I mean, unless he just has terrible cards. I don't know what terrible cards he would want to take out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what bad cards you want to take out. But what card is this? Is this a... I'm not sure what that card is. Can you identify that card?
What card? That is a Dungrove Elder.
Dungrove Elder, okay.
Its power and toughness are equal to the number of forests you control, and it has hexproof. So it's a 4/4 with hexproof.
So that's not too bad.
No,
well,
God.
That's kind of a dead one.
Yeah.
Yep, and you're going to pick up your card.
Off the top.
Yep. Well, and ladies and gentlemen, that's how Rock does it.
Yep. They just top deck a Liliana and make you...
Correct, and just grind you out.
Exactly the perfect answer right off the top every time.
Correct. He definitely had all the perfect answers. He dismembered. He dismembered
a Steel
Leaf champion, and then he had the Maelstrom Pulse to clean up the 2 Pel Collectors, which was super sweet.
Right.
And then he had the Liliana to kill the Dungrove Elder to just essentially present lethal over 2 turns.
So, for Mike to win this next game, I'm really going to want to see him go turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion, turn 3
Steel Leaf Champion,
turn 4
Steel Leaf Champion.
It's really just the best card in this matchup for him.
Right, because essentially the only thing that does block it is probably big enough Skoos.
Or a bunch of Rankers.
Bunch of Rankers?
Play a whole bunch of I want to see him either play a whole bunch of Steel Leaf Champions or a bunch of Rancors, the enchantment.
Oh,
I've seen him flipping through his deck here, and I saw 2 of them.
No, yeah, well, that essentially just hoses all of his, blockers. Unless the Goif can get a little big buff.
That's the thing about the Abzan deck, is it's really good at controlling the pace of combat with the Lingering Souls. So Mike either has to null that with the Steel Leaf Champion or the Rancors.
No, correct. I do like the Rancor because he can just trample over and just make the Lingering Souls ineffectual. Just like the Treetop Village. Because again, it's a 3/3. We saw in game 1 he could have jump blocked all day, but you're still taking 2 and just losing a token.
Right.
So it's even the point. So I think I again would want to be an Alexander side like we talked about, but if Mike can just go, the nut and just play 4 Steel Leaf champions back to back to back to back, I don't think Alexander's going to.
Or even just 2 Steel Leaf champions and an aspect of the Hydra can be enough to get it.
Right, just 2 attacks.
That's 16 damage.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can just get him right there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Alex can stumble, and that's it.
Right, all it takes just one little turn. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens here in Game 3. But, tonight, all these matches have been very quick, have not been sitting around. I don't think we're going to be here too late tonight. Be kind of nice to wrap it a little bit early, but I do enjoy watching a lot of Modern.
Yeah, it's been a good night of Modern so far. The games at least have, other than the round 1 with the Dredge matchups, these have been pretty good games so far. So we're still, the classic shuffling and shuffling.
So I was talking to Dave about all of that too, and he said that he wanted to have Anthony potentially just kill his Stinkweed, but unfortunately that did not happen. So Dave just kind of puttered out and told me he only played 18 lands. So I was hoping just to kind of get there, but did not, unfortunately.
Nope.
So, hope he gets in the next round. I think he's still doing okay. I'll have to check in him after this. But I think players are going to keep their hands.
Turn 1, we're going to see a treetop village here.
Work at 4 a.m.
Quintiful.
That's
a great name.
I do like that name.
Yeah. He's got a Fatal Push in hand. Turn 1 Noble Hierarch.
All right, good start from Alex.
We got a Fatal Push, a couple of lands, a Lingering Souls, it looked like.
See what Mike can follow up here. I hope he ever sideboards into a Carnage Tyrant. That would be hilarious. But here's that Pithy Needle we talked about. So I do like naming Liliana the Veil here if that's what he did. If we can get confirmation on that Pithy Needle.
I would guess Liliana the Veil.
Mm-hmm. I would assume so.
He doesn't really care about Last Hope.
Yep. Another turn 2 Tyler's Tracker and then
tapped land.
Very
perfectly
nice.
Efficient.
No, exactly. I do like this curve out from Alex.
Mm-hmm. Alex there showing us the Liliana that's no longer working.
Oh, lame.
Leatherback Baloth here for Mike.
Again, just super efficient.
That's daggers.
Another one?
Liliana.
Aw, lame. Ooh, Tyler's Tracker trigger. Very nice.
So I'm wondering if Alex has any answers in his deck right now for this Tireless Tracker. Oh, he has the Maelstrom Pulse, and he has the Abrupt Decays. So he has a couple of things.
I mean, any of his removal spells will kill it. I mean,
Pithing Needle?
Oh, to kill a Pithing Needle? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the Leatherback Walker. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, Assassin's Trophy or Abrupt Decay should do it, or Maelstrom Pulse, correct. So he does have outs, but I mean, he might not even need the Liliana. If he can just answer this creature here, he can start beating in pretty hard.
And you can see Mike's been flooding out here pretty hard. He's got 4 lands already in play, and then he's got a 5th one in hand.
No.
That's not very good.
Correct.
But there is a Steel Leaf champion coming down.
Ooh, there's my boy like we talked
There's
about.
Your boy.
You just run it back to back to back.
Yep.
Getting aggressive. Gonna offer up the double. Gonna offer the double block. Or the double trade. Interesting. Ooh, aspect of the Hydra.
Ooh, here, this is gonna blow him out, though. It's because he has that Fatal Push.
I mean, Alex at least get value from the Tyler's Tracker before it goes and give himself a clue.
He's gonna blow him out, I think. He's got a Fatal Push.
Oh, and send it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, he waited until he was trying to see if he had the aspect.
Ooh,
That's
I like
why
the
he
gotcha.
went for that block. Yeah.
It's a little gotcha factor. Bravo, Alex.
No, I remember we talked about that Fatal Push earlier, so he went for that double block, knowing that he could bait that aspect out. It was kind of telegraphed by the 1 mana left up.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Very tight play there from Alex.
So crack a clue here. Easily able to tangle with.
And even with 2 dead Lilianas, he doesn't even care. Hey, Jeff Hooglin is now hosting us. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff Hooglin. Hey. So anyways, boys.
So this one's going to be wrapping up here pretty quickly. I think Alex is just in the driver's seat. This one's about over.
Yeah, no, correct. I mean, if he gets a removal spell on the Steel Leaf champion, or just make this Hydra Checker a buff boy, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, you know, it's just gonna die.
Grim Flayer for the win.
Yep, Pog Champers.
Whoa. Get him.
Ooh, get him.
Get him.
Another forest.
land. I like this.
Yeah. You know what? That is a nice forest. I like the art on that one.
Do enjoy the full arts. I mean, if we want to go deep into that discussion, I think my favorites are the John Alexander ones from, I think it's Unglued, correct? It was the second one.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, those are my favorite. Everyone please follow.
So we're going to see a big attack here from Mike. This feels pretty desperate, honestly. He's got to do it, though.
I mean, he doesn't really have any other choice. He's kind of flooding out here a little
Alex,
bit.
hold.
Hold. Please. I like the BFZ Islands.
They're pretty good.
No, they are all good. I like the Amonkhet Islands, too. Those are really awesome.
I like the Hour Islands. You know what I like are the Hour at Devastation Swamps. Ooh, and here's a Vines of Vastwood kicked on this treetop village.
Oh, my bad. I always get mixed up. You know, I do like the Unstabled. My
Those are
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Shame on me. Shame on me. We'll public shame me after this.
Fight me on the fact that the Teacup Island from the original Zendikar is the best island.
No, lame. Swirl's better.
No.
I love my Japanese Swirl Island the best. As far as my favorite swamp, it's actually the French swamp from the EU pack.
So we're going to see an Assassin's Trophy on the Pithing Needle here.
Doctor _ Quantum will step outside.
So this is going to unlock the Liliana's in Alex's hand and really just seal the deal here.
The best teacup is false. Bowl Islands are worst islands. Correct, Dr. Quantum. We don't need to step outside. I approve of this message. Huh? We're back. We're back. And I appreciate the spelling of worst.
Yeah.
Like sausage.
Bratwurst.
Worst. Islands should be banned, and best islands are bucket islands. Half of that statement is true. Does Alex have delirium?
I'm assuming
potentially. So. I think he's indicating that he does have delirium. Yeah, no. Yeah, shout-outs to Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Anyways. So, I think Alex is going to wrap this one up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Kind of can move on. Mike, pick up your cards, boy. You
Game's
tried.
Done. Yeah.
You tried.
Let's see if we can't get somebody on the camera else.
Giving access to Blue Man with no downside. Islands confirmed OP. You are not wrong.
Yeah.
Especially double island. Probably the most dangerous thing in all of Magic.
I see you.
2 untapped islands. Yes, from across the room. I do see you.
Coming in for a mighty 3. He is going to have to answer this this treetop village, though.
No, correct. I mean, it is a bit of a threat. But I mean, I think he does have delirium on his tireless tracker. Tom Dumby barely staying alive.
Yeah, again, to all the new people in the chat, I've been really sick for like the last week, and I'm kind of getting over it. So we're going to see Alex here play a Tarmogoyf and another Grimflayer. Really just putting the squeeze here on Mike, just killing him.
Never mind.
Each player's going to discard. Kind of just formalities at this point. That Tarmogoyf is big enough to block the Treetop Village forever, unless he draws...
No,
I don't even know. What do you draw?
You draw your...
Vines of Vastwood off the top. That's the start.
You draw your 6 mana to destroy all creatures.
They're in green?
In mono green,
okay.
Yes. It exists. It costs 6 green forest, exactly.
The Stompy deck needs more Groundbreaker.
Yes.
It needs more colors of mana.
It needs more islands, right?
Yeah.
More basic islands.
No, we don't do deck lists.
No.
That's too much work. You crazy?
If we were more like professional, getting paid for doing this, doing SCG all day.
Oh,
all
yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah.
But we at least get you sideboards, boys.
Yeah, we do get the sideboard on screen.
If we were doing a PPTQ, all day as well.
Yeah.
And I think we should definitely look into doing that for the future.
Agreed.
Send that 3-3 boy in, the double block.
Yep, you got to do the double block. Well, yeah,
Aspect
he
of
did.
the Hydra?
No, like I said, he top decked the Vines of the Vastwood here.
Vines?
But that's why Alexander did the double block, because you have to plan for that.
I appreciate this Alex guy too. He isn't bad. What are
Alex
we watching?
here, to anybody that doesn't know, Alexander is one of the best Modern players that comes to our store. He only plays this Abzan deck, and he's usually winning with it. More often than not, he's prizing with this deck.
Any thoughts on the Singleton Geist Saint draft? I don't know. Why wouldn't you play 2? I mean, Geist isn't bad, but if you're gonna play that or like split it with Medallion Click, I can definitely see you playing the one of if you're gonna split it there. Otherwise, it seems kind of like a waste.
Yeah, you are watching weekly Modern Locals at Game Storm at Lamont, Illinois.
No, yeah, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Eric Frumkin, joined by Dom Temby.
The real
Dom Temby
no,
or
it's
Tendomby? Tembadomby. I don't know.
Tom Denby.
Tom Denby. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tom Denby.
Both of us here.
My name on Facebook is Dom Tenby because I'm clever, and for some reason nobody can